Hello and welcome back. If you can believe it, it's only been a week since I've been up here last, but we've had quite a week of melt, high temperatures, and as you can see, it's much different. So now it's time to check on my my sap. You can see my bucket is no longer buried in the snow, which is not great. Not great. Not much sap there at all. I was expecting quite a bit more than that. Let's check the other bucket over here. Same kind of thing, just about maybe like an inch in the bottom there. It's a little surprising. I expected it to be, well, the temperature this week has been maybe above zero most of the time, as opposed to bouncing between above and below. But that's not great. I think what I'm going to do is hike up and check the other buckets just to see if they're any different. Not sure what's going on with this. Okay, let's go take a look. Right, we're up at the top here now. Probably should have put my snowshoes on, but let's try to get in there. Well, at least this one is still buried in the snow. You can see I'm basically up to my knees here. It's kind of the same thing, just about an inch in the bottom. Not what I was expecting at all. Maybe I need to tap with bigger holes, or maybe it's just the season this year. It's not fluctuating temperature properly between the night and the daytime. Below zero at night, and then above zero during the day is what I want. It's possible that it's been more above zero and then stayed below zero during the day as well, and then went up above zero. It stayed above zero, so there's only been maybe a couple of transitions, but still, with the temperature being above zero, I would have expected some flow, just not as ideal as it would be if there was the proper conditions. Could also be that my little spigots, whatever you call them, I'm putting in the tree, they're pretty small. I wonder if I should be doing larger ones into the tree, but let's check on my was going to be my burn site, my boil site. Still looking good. Besides the fact that it's a swamp underneath it here, I was going to put some logs down, but I wonder if it would have been even difficult trying to keep a fire going. There's water kind of coming up from the bottom too. Well, that's not great. So I'm only up here a only came up just to check on these things actually, and I have a couple of other small things I want to do, but I wasn't planning to stay very long. It's actually already afternoon, so I came up kind of late. So it's a long way, I guess, just to find out, but it makes a big difference on my plans for next weekend. It looks like I won't be able to do an actual boil. It might be off this year. I don't know. Right. Well, I'm gonna get back to camp now. Should have put my snowshoes on, but I'll talk about the other two things that I wanted to do when I get back. So let's meet you over there. All right. So not sure what to do with this sap situation here, but if you have any ideas what's wrong, or if maybe I just need to wait another week, see if the temperature fluctuation's better. But anyway, I think what I'm going to do is just bury the buckets back in ice again over there. I think the ones in the forest are okay, so I'm just going to leave those. So I'll get that one buried, and I'll get this one buried again. That way, at least, you know, just in case there's a little bit, maybe I can still try doing a tiny bit of a boil next weekend. But the other thing I want to talk about is my my cocoon that I found last time I was here. So it turns out this is a Cecropia moth, which is the biggest moth in North America. Pretty neat looking moth actually when it comes out. It doesn't actually even live very long. I think it was like 10 days or something that it lives after it hatches, out of the cocoon at least. But what I'm hoping I can do is get a time lapse of it. So I've got one of my trail cams set up behind, kind of pointing to it. So hopefully that's lined up nicely that I can get a decent view. And if I'm lucky, I guess, depending on the timing of it and when it goes, then I might get a good view of that moth. If I'm really lucky, I'll be here when it's actually hatching, but the odds of that are probably pretty low. So hopefully I can catch it on the trail cam at least. So anyway, let's get those buckets buried, and that'll at least get that off my list. A little disappointing, but you know, it is what it is. So let's do that and go from there. Now it's raining out. So it's about 12 degrees Celsius today. So maybe that's another reason why the sap's not flowing well. It's been too warm, which is a little unfortunate, but anyway, I guess I got those barrels buried. The ones in the forest seemed okay still, so not really much to do there. I think I'm gonna take a break, have a coffee, before I get on to the next chore that I want to do. See you in a bit. Well, I'm glad I decided to stop for a coffee break here, because the rain is coming down. Hopefully it doesn't hold on like this. It was only supposed to be kind of like a light rain most of the afternoon. I wasn't expecting a kind of heavy downpour, so hopefully it's just a cloud passing through. I can have my coffee and enjoy the sound of the rain, I guess. So, see you in a bit. Okay, I've finished my coffee and I'm about to start my next task here. So I picked up a new thermometer. I don't know if I showed last time, but my thermometer that I had on the tree there, it stopped working. It had a big like bubble in it or something, and it was just not really showing accurate temperature. The last time I was here, it was saying it was like 20 degrees outside or something Celsius. So not good. Anyway, I picked up this new one. So I'm going to mount it, I think, just right up here on this, so that I have easy visibility of it. So I'm gonna try. I just got a screw here in my drill. I'm just going to pop a screw in and throw this up and see how it looks. So let's do it. Alright, there we have it. So now I should be able to check the temperature quickly, as you can see. Okay, so I guess I'm going to grab my snowshoes now, and my next chore that I want to do, or job I want to do, is going to look for more chaga. So I've done a chaga video in the past where I pulled some chaga off of one of the trees and boiled it down, had a bit of a chaga tea. It's kind of like a superfood. Obviously, you know, unverified studies and such, but anyway, it's not bad, and if it's good for you, then it's worth doing. So we're kind of out right now at home, so I'm going to run out and find a bit more in the forest there, and then bring that home and boil it down. So let's grab the snowshoes and go for a hike. Alright, I'm all set now. My snowshoes on. So let's go wander. I'm gonna go just look kind of up that way first a bit. I know where there's a nice big one that I haven't touched yet, which I may just go grab because it's kind of easier. But I'll do a bit of a walk around first just to see what else I can find, and then we'll go from there. So let's get to it. Alright, I made it back to the spot here. I'm kind of deep in the forest now. A bit of a hike to get here, especially through this snow. I'm sinking in and sticking, so it's a bit of a chore. But these are the chaga fins that I found. There's actually two on this tree, ginormous ones. It's almost a shame to harvest them, because those got to be like 25 years old or more. But it's also accessible, and I am using it, so I'm gonna try to just harvest a little bit off of this one. It'll kind of keep growing, and I can harvest it again later. But I'm just gonna kind of break it, so wherever it happens to break off is where I'll take it. And I won't touch the top one. I'll just take the stuff off the bottom one. So let's do it. See if we can get enough of a chunk there to keep me going for a bit longer. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but there's thunder rolling in the distance, which is very strange for this time of year to hear thunder. But I guess it's warm enough now, so. Well, it's kind of unfortunate that it the whole thing broke off, but man, this thing's amazing. Look at the inside here. They call this black gold, and I think that's why, because of the inside of it being amber colored like that. But basically a fungus that has a lot of you know, a lot of superfood kind of aspects to it. So you basically have to boil it down to extract the goodness out of it, and then you can you know, add that to coffee or whatever after. But let's just take a look at the tree here. So you can see now that I've got this this big chunk off. So because that's not it's not broken off at the wood, that's still, you know, the pores are still there, so that will actually continue to grow from that spot. So I didn't actually, you know, damage the deposit, but I basically harvested the whole thing, so it's good. So it's good. It's a bit more than I wanted to take, but I guess it'll keep me going for quite a while. So I'll get this back home, break off just a little bit at a time, and boil it down, and then I'll keep the rest, you know, kind of in the fridge or something till I need to do another batch. So let's make the hike back now. If you hear that thunder roaring pretty strong. Right, made it back. There's definitely a bit of a thunderstorm rolling in. It's getting real close now. But check out this bad boy. That's pretty awesome. That should keep me going for a while. Get that home and process it. So so I think that's pretty much it that I was going to do today. A little disappointing on a few accounts, but I don't know, maybe the sap will keep flowing, and I'll get to get a bit of a boil next weekend. I don't think it's going to be the big production that I was thinking though, given how little sap I have right now. So I may just even do it in the tent or something. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna have to just decide, I guess, next week when I come up. But yeah, so I guess that's probably it. I do potentially gonna cook some dinner here before I leave, but it's getting a little bit late now too, and I want to get out of here before it gets dark. So depending on this rainstorm, I might just pack it up and head out of here. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next one. Bye for now.